It is the lunatic from the woods, out here in the middle of the woods, middle of the trees, having a good time. Talk about what meditation does. Freezing cold day. So what does meditation do? There's like a lot of answers. Like, a lot of people have different experiences and everything. A lot of people have like a really surface level explanation of what meditation is. It's just for relaxation. But meditation can do so much more. And it's not just like one stagnant thing. Like, a lot of people look at it as a stagnant thing. Like, it's just for relaxation. But all these things, you could always go deeper. You have to keep in mind that you're vibrating energy, and like, you could always go deeper. A thing that I realized is my intuition just kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger, until the point where it was almost like I was reading people's minds. But that's just intuition. But it's just, there's different levels to it. But people, like, a lot of people don't even realize that. All the little subtle ways are going to come up to the surface that people are manipulating you. And it could be like people that were manipulating you for years. And they would just do these little subtle things and you wouldn't pick up on it because you were in a fog. You know, I talk about semen retention and stuff like that. Like, that could really open your eyes to, like, you know, because if you're like expelling yourself a lot, like, you're not going to have the energy. Like, your brain, the energy is not going to reach your brain. Like, you're just going to be in a fog and you're not really going to know why, like, this stuff is happening to you that is happening to you, like, was making your life so bad. But it gets really weird. I notice, like, I start like waking up in my dreams. I started astral projecting with meditation. I started becoming aware of like succubus attacks and stuff like that. I kind of hit on that, like spirits and stuff like that. Like, I was never aware of any of that, but this stuff comes in time. And then even with people, like, they'll just sport you a look. Like, you'll say something, catching out their little manipulation or whatever they're trying to do. They're trying to get over on you, and they'll be like, oh shit, how did he know that? And without saying that, they'll just look at you. You'll be able to tell when people are talking about you. You know, you just read it off them. And it's not really like, I mean, before all this, like, it was always like a guessing game. I was like, well, like, maybe they didn't, like, I would kind of know, but not really. And then I would kind of like second guess myself. But I mean, if you do all this stuff, like, God is going to protect you, and that's kind of how he's protecting you. You know, you're just going to know. There's not even going to be like any like second guessing or anything. But I mean, it gets really subtle. You start picking up on more and more subtle things. It becomes more and more subtle as time goes on. Really cool stuff. It could, if you want to check out my telepathy videos and stuff like that, I talk about where it's like almost like, you know, you're getting information from people. It's like you could dive into their consciousness and you could look around and you could almost see like exactly what the person is thinking and everything. I mean, for me, I mean, that really, when that started happening to me, it really wasn't interesting. It really wasn't anything like super interesting. Like people are, the collective is not, they're not interesting at all. It's just almost like clones of each other. And everyone just has like the same fear-based mentality. There's a lot of insecurity in people. It was the fear and insecurity. And I was kind of confused about that. I was kind of like, why are these people so scared of everything? But yeah, meditation is just not for relaxation. it goes deep. I mean, you could keep going with it to the point where like you can almost read people's minds, and it helps train your brain. And then you could be aware of like, you know, things attacking you at night and stuff like that, because I mean, if you're not conscious at all and you're not dreaming and everything, that third eye is not activated, and you're just not going to be aware of like anything, and then bad things are going to happen to you and you're not really going to know why. You're going to be like in the dark. So I mean, you want to be aware versus unaware. Ignorance is not bliss. It's not. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like, I mean, there's a little bit of truth in everything. I mean, it might be at first, but then like, you know, somebody comes in your life and they really want to take advantage of you and stuff like that, you know, bad things are just gonna happen. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll put a cool link to a cool journal. Check out my shop. I got all kinds of cool stuff. You guys have a blessed day, and that's all I have.